Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about feminine hygiene tips that you need to know. One thing that I don't joke with is my hygiene. I might not give a fuck about what I eat. As far as it tastes good in my mouth, I don't care how many calories. I care more about the health of my kitty, my hygiene. As a feminine, we are women and our body is really open, so you can easily contract anything if care is not taken. Our body is something we need to take care of very well. So today I'm bringing you my top feminine hygiene tips that I think that you should know. So let's start with number one. Wash your kitty every day. Not necessarily your kitty is the inside, then your is actually what you're going to be washing, but I'm going to be using kitty or coochie to replace it. So you're supposed to be washing it every day. I'm not saying you should wash morning and night, because some people's weather is so good that they don't really sweat. You wake up in the morning, you cook every cookable before you take your bath, and then you just lie down pressing phone or reading newspaper or watching telly in a good weather, and then you don't sweat till night. Maybe you are home and you're wearing very free clothes that air was entering your whole body. So I don't think you need to be washing twice a day. But here in Nigeria, the weather is so hot. Even when you're inside, you're still feeling so hot. So I wash mine twice a day. As far as I'm taking my bath, my morning and my night shower, I make sure that I wash it. So you're supposed to be washing your kitty daily. There's a possibility that you don't take your bath because you really didn't do much stressful things for the day, and you might not take your bath. But any night that I feel so lazy, but it is once in a while, and then the weather is not hot and I didn't do any stressful thing that day, and I did my morning routine late, I might skip night shower. Here in Nigeria, we face a lot of challenges. Once there's no light, it affects water too. So there's a possibility you've not had water running in your compound, and then because of it, you will not take your bath. If the weather was so hot, even if you don't shower, you see, I think I'll rather leave brushing my teeth, but I'll use water and wash there, clean it and go to bed. So that is how important it is to wash your kitty daily. Number two is how you wash your kitty. Some people do not know how to wash their kitty. My main channel, I talk about knacking health, sexual health, even on my Facebook page. And then one day I got a DM from a girl. She was complaining about dryness. I asked her some questions first to know where the problem is coming from, and I found out that she is washing her kitty wrong. So I feel like this is something that people need to get education on. Let me give you a brief of how you need to wash your kitty. I say I'm using kitty to represent everything, but the kitty, that is the coochie, is inside where the joystick goes in. Around the lips area is and there is also clit. So it's just the clit, the mouth area that you need to just open it up and just wash it. You don't need to start going through that hole to pour water inside there. You're disrupting the good bacteria that is there, and you're scattering the pH balance, which is slightly acidic, with just clean water, warm or cold, and a clean washcloth if you want, but your hands can do the job well. So that is how to wash your kitty. You don't need to doge. Number three, try pH balancing feminine washes. I am not an advocate of using feminine wash or feminine spray, because some of those things are scented, and those scented ones is going to disrupt the pH balance of your kitty and kill the good bacteria and bring bad bacteria, thereby introducing different infections that you spend so much money treating. Some of them are hard to treat. So rather, look for pH balancing feminine washing. But this is not like a top tip. I would have said don't use feminine washes or sprays, but if you must use, just try pH balancing feminine washes and sprays, okay? Otherwise, water and your hands can do the job. Number four, avoid using gloves and sponges to wash your intimate area. Like I said before, water and your hands can do the job. You don't need sponge, you don't need gloves. They are too harsh. The skin there is so fragile and sensitive. That is why if you're not lubricated enough during the act, during the moment, the joystick will tear you, will give you chafing, and you will get bruising, or you will get cut, or you will get peeling. That is why if you're not wet enough, it is not a bad idea to use a lubricant. So when you use glove and you think you're washing off all the dirt, you're actually causing harm to your kitty. Number 5, wash from front to back. When I was talking about how to wash, I didn't mention this, so it is a top tip. When you wash from front to back. From front to back. You don't need to wash from back to front. Why? You're going to carry the bacteria or infection that is behind and bring it in front. Number 6, wear cotton underwear. People go to the market, they get different sexy underwears because they look sexy, not checking if this thing is going to be good for the health of my kitty. Cotton underwears allows air to enter to penetrate, and it also helps to extract or absorb any sweat that is around there. But when you wear something like satin, it does not suck. It just dumps all the sweat there, and once it stays there for a long time, it has become a breeding ground for bacteria to thrive in. You're supposed to wear cotton underwear. Don't wear something that is extremely tight. Blood needs to flow too. Number 7, wear panty liner. Panty liner, some people don't even know how to use it. Some people don't even know that it exists. Some people feel like it's a waste of money. It is not, I must tell you. As a woman that we are, we discharge often, especially when you know you go to work and come back late in the evening, and you just wear the same pant from morning till that evening, and once it stays long there, it might cause something. It is always good to use panty liner. I don't use panty liner when I feel like, okay, I'm dry, I don't really discharge often this period. And funny enough, I work from home, so most times I'm at home, I might not be wearing clothes, so air enters. Once I'm done with my period, I go with panty liner because the discharge that is coming out is not a clean one, or when my period is about to start, it is not a clean one. So I try to use panty liner in order not to leave it to stay there long. And not when you use panty liner, you leave it for long. When you're, let's say, if you're going to work, you should put extra panty liner in your bag. So maybe like in the afternoon, you change it. Number 7, drink up. Water is very good for almost everything. It's good for your digestive system. It is good for your skin. It keeps your skin hydrated. It's good for hair. When you drink water often, will help nourish your kitty, and it also helps to release discharge, to flush out like whatever the body or the system doesn't need. And it also helps you to get wetter. It is also good to add it as a top tip. If you're not someone that loves drinking a lot of water, you can incorporate juice. When you're leaving for work, you can blend pineapple, sieve it and make it into a juice. Put it inside flask or water can, put it in your bag and be sipping it around the office. If you're not someone that really likes taking so much water, you can replace fruits like watermelon too. Pineapple is very good for your kitty, like it is another good tip. Number 8, the last but not the least, change your pads, your tampons regularly. You wash often, but it is now your period and then you're using one pad for an entire day, for 24 hours. No, I think you should be changing it every 8 hours. You're supposed to be using 2 to 3 pads a daily. Even when my period is about ending, the last part doesn't really flow that much. So maybe from morning till afternoon, nothing is out. When I check it, I remove it. I don't wait. For the fact that I'm wearing pants, no matter how cold the weather is, I still feel like there's a little bit of sweat in there, moist. So I remove it. I throw it away. In as much as there's no blood on the pad, remove it. So these are my top 8 feminine hygiene tips that I feel like you should know. I know that they are surrounding the kitty, so it's more like veggie tips. So I hope this video will be helpful, and if you have any question at all, leave it down below for me in the comment section. I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Bye bye.